So in order to be able to hire models and actually outreach to models, you're going to have to understand why a model would actually want to join an agency in the first place. There's no point starting outreach and you don't even know what the fuck you're outreaching for and why you are a good thing for these models.
The reason they want an OFM agency is because most of the time they have a busy life. They don't have time to learn these skills or even put in the time and effort it's required to manage accounts and do all of these different marketing techniques, which they quite frankly don't know and not educated in. So they get a management, so they just don't have to waste their time basically.
This may also come from, lower paid jobs, such as, they might work in a supermarket where they haven't had to deal with any sort of sales or marketing or customer retention. They don't understand any of these sort of phrases or things that they need to do in order to keep customers on a subscription basis, which obviously marketing experts like ourselves will obviously understand. Whereas, they just don't understand it. They haven't had experience in that field before. And OnlyFans is very much marketed as, oh, you just sign up and people will just randomly subscribe to you and pay you to show your tits, where it's not the reality.
Whereas a lot of the time, people that do OnlyFans management, they want to become an entrepreneur, come in the business side of things. They want to progress down the route of business and entrepreneurship. Models don't really want to do it. They just want a bit more money. They don't want to fucking work at Tesco's all week. They simply just want to escape a bit of reality and have a bit more freedom. They're not looking at becoming a top fucking boss man. This means that they're not willing to learn the skills and they don't want to have to take hours to educate themselves. They just want money. That's all they want. They don't want to have to branch off to networking. So this is where we come in. If you've been doing an OnlyFans management agency for a while, you will already have this networking, you will already have strategies, you will already have proven processes that work to be able to progress your model's popularity and accounts. This is good because it means that you can provide a lot of value to the model and you can quickly build their accounts. So this is why they want us to do it, because they know that we can quickly impact them and that's what they can't do.
Yeah, so we basically come along and do all this work for them, which they were previously doing themselves, or maybe they don't want to even attempt to do themselves. We do all that work for them, and not only are they not losing money, but they're also gaining money and they're doing less work. So it's obviously a bonus for them to come and join an OnlyFans management agency. We know the platforms, we have the processes, we're obviously marketing experts, sales experts. We've got a whole team around us, rather than one individual who works in Tesco's and isn't very highly educated and obviously doesn't know much about actual business and sales and marketing and all those things that you need to actually run a successful OnlyFans management agency.
The way I think about it sometimes is if you're personally going to go build a house and you have no experience in doing any construction in your life, then you're going to struggle. However, if you went to a company which builds houses every single day, they're already going to have a plan, the men to do it, they've got dealerships, they've got everything to be able to build that house, and it's going to be a lot quicker. Think of it in that perspective. So if the model wants to build an account, they don't have any supplies. However, we do. There's one more reason why models often want an OnlyFans management agency. This is often because they're starting off and they're not making that much money. They're creeped out by the guys on the platform. Not gonna lie, I don't blame them. There are some fucking weirdos, lots of little porn addicts on there, which are requesting very unusual things that the model may quite dislike and feel uncomfortable about. So that's why they require an agency to take over this workload, because they're not enjoying it. It's not very nice.
The female brain is very different to the male brain. So men obviously get attracted and aroused by very fucking strange things that women just don't. So obviously it's going to be difficult for women to understand why a bloke wants her to send her socks in the mail and why he'll pay $100 to do so. It doesn't make any sense in her head. She can't wrap her fucking head around it. It creeps her out. She don't like it. OnlyFans is full of fucking creeps and weirdos, and we're just blokes who don't really care about. We'll just take all that shit on the chin, and it doesn't matter if we read all that shit. Whereas her reading it by herself in her room, obviously she's going to be like creeped out as fuck. So to sum it up, OnlyFans models need OnlyFans management agencies because they want all the positives, so all the money that comes in from OnlyFans, because obviously, very famously, OnlyFans models earn a lot of money, but they don't want any of these negatives, such as the creepy blokes learning all the processes, building their own team around all the chatters and everything that goes with it, and they just don't want to put the work in, which obviously is fair enough. So that's why an OnlyFans model may need an OnlyFans management agency.